Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, good night, whatever. Good day. Hope you're doing well. It's Stephen here. Only 5 minutes before Manchester City take on Leeds at Elland Road in a big game of football. We have to win this game. We really, truly, utterly do have to win this game. There's no guarantee we will. It's going to be a difficult game away. Elland Road is a nasty place to go. I've been with a Leeds fan quite a lot this week, just doing lots of content and stuff like that with a bunch of other fans, and it really did strike home how much difficult it's going to be given how proud they are of their atmosphere. And I was looking at their record, and I think they've won, how many games they won this season, Leeds? I'm pretty certain, though. All their wins but one. They have won, let's have a look. All their wins but one. They've won 7 games. They've won 6 at home, 1 away. So there we go. There we go. So Leeds are an incredibly difficult team to play against, and that is a matter of fact, unfortunately. It's not going to be easy today, but we'll see. Hello to everyone joining in the chat live. Sweet my man Ted Aspie, how you doing? What's up, big fella? What's up with the big fella? I thought you said what's up, big fella, to me. Then I got quite excited. Like, no one calls me a big fella. Apart from Nicola downstairs, you just shouted, "What's up, big fella?" Nicola. Can you teach Ruben to start saying that? I just heard Ruben downstairs shout, "What's up, big fella?" All right, big man. Anyway, good morning, sweet. Hello to evil cat lord. I can't trust anything you say, mate, because you're an evil cat lord. But yeah, we are close to kick off. This is going to be a difficult game today. Very difficult game. No Rico Lewis anywhere, by the way. Strange says Adeshunim. I don't think it's strange at all, my friend, actually. I think it's just the inevitability of the squad. I mean, if you look at that team, this is what I was going to. This is why I was on Twitter. I forgot why I was here. As you can see, that team there, the squad is looking strong. It's looking fresh. Let me bring SofaScore up so you can actually see the lineup a little bit easier. 1 second. What's up, big fella? Got that in my head now. There we go. This is the team today. Semenyo and Marmoush, O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva, Ryan Shirky, Rodrigo Cascante, Ryan Aït-Nouri, Mark Gay, Diaz Nunes, and Donnarumma. But to me, it's the bench that starts to look really strong. As you can see there, I'll go back to City's tweet. It's a bit easier to see. The bench, Trafford, Reinders, Stones, Ake, Doku, Nico, Doku back, Nico Gonzalez, Savinho, Kusanov, and Foden. So you got Doku and Savinho back on the bench now. Kusanov, Stones. I mean, honestly, I don't really know who gets in, where Rico gets on the bench, unfortunately. I think they're the right choices. Stones can play right back and centre back. Rico can't play centre back. Ake can play left back and centre back. So there we go. You do that there, don't you? Nico's in midfield with Reinders. Then you got your 2 wingers. You got Kusanov. I mean, you could have put Rico on for John Stones, but yeah, I wouldn't do that personally. I would rather have John Stones and Rico Lewis in that team. So, I mean, that no City fan misses Rico Lewis is a bit harsh, sweet. I miss Rico Lewis, but I also think, unfortunately, it's just the inevitability of the squad. No Haaland either. The bigger question for me is if Haaland is in this squad, who misses out entirely? I presume it would have been, looking at this team, Stones or Ake. It might have been Stones, I reckon, one of the defenders. And I think Marmoush should go onto the bench. Either way, it's a good problem to have. It's a very good problem to have. You want these players back and you want them not injured. It's good. It's good. We're getting anywhere. We're getting somewhere now with this squad. And look, this game's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult today. But we have to win. We have to win. I'm hoping, and guys, hold me through on this, I'm hoping to massively, hugely up the content. Massively. Quick, honest opinion, guys. I know 37 people watching, but could you just type something? Do you think it's time for me to move on from the name Esteemed Kompany? Because it's obviously synonymous with Vincent Kompany. Let me know. I think it might be, personally. I want City in the title. I'd be thinking, this is our city. Or this city is ours. What do you think about that? Let me know. What do you think? Is that a better name than Esteemed Kompany? I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think. Because I've been thinking about doing it for an awful long time. And I feel like I want to just move on and get City in the title somewhere. Let me know what you think. Because I've got loads of ideas for content and I'm just want to get going at this point. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I want to. You inspired to a Darcy. I mean, it's a good name, but I'm not sure if it works in 2026 anymore. And I don't know. I mean, I thought that's Cisco, but I think that's a bit too far ahead of the curve, unfortunately. Don't you? I'm thinking about it though, because I think I want to be more obviously synonymous with a Manchester City title. Like, I just think it's maybe time for a change. I think it might be. But anyway, I'm hoping... yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think, Ted. I don't think people think about that more because I'm obviously just Stephen on Twitter. I mean, to be honest, I probably should change it to Stephen McInerney, shouldn't I? But then there's no City left. I mean, it should be this should just be Stephen McInerney, this channel. Stephen Talks City or something like that, like whatever. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, anyway, we are a minute away from kickoff. How is everyone feeling about this game? I think we'll win. I think it's going to be an absolute battle. Leeds are good at home. They're aggressive. They're physical. I haven't actually looked at Leeds' side today. Calvert-Lewin. Should he be in the England squad, by the way? What's your thought on that? I did a video about that this week with a Leeds fan. Bogle, Justin, Rodon, Struich, Goodmanson. Then you got Brendan Harrison, Gruev, Ethan Ampadu, Stack, obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Darlow in goal. Then you've got some decent players on the bench, including Daniel James, Nonto, Lucas Nemacha, the ex-City lad, of course, Sean Longstaff. Yeah, I think we're going to win this. I think our team's looking good right now. Obviously, with no Haaland, it's going to be difficult. I'll do the lineup builder thing. Where is it? Let me do football. Let me just get... we're about to kick off, by the way. Here we go. Oh, we're underway. There we go. We're underway. Let me get it blue, so... But we're underway, guys. So I think it's going to be like this, as always. Donnarumma, Reine Nori, Gay, Diaz, Nunez, Rodri, Silva, Shirky, Semenyo, Marmouche, and who's the other one who missed out? Who missed out there? Oh, O'Reilly. So I think it'll be like this. Sort of like this. Shirky sort of like there. Reine Nori getting forward. Rodri, I think it'll be like this personally. Sort of like that. Might be wrong, but that's what I think it'll be. We'll see. We'll see. In a bit. See you at half time, guys. Thanks for those who do carry on watching, by the way. I appreciate you. So, Shirky getting away at Elland Road is probably the most Premier League game he's had so far, arguably. Away at Elland Road. Well, probably not. Gay sloppy there, but Marmouche did really well to win the ball back. Oh, thankfully Bernardo quick to it then. But Shirky slow to react. You got to be faster, Shirky. Leeds aggressive as I expected them to be here. This is the one thing I did expect. A very aggressive Leeds United. It was always going to be that case. Always going to be that case. O'Reilly, physicality midfield. There's been a lot of talk about O'Reilly this week. An awful lot of talk. He is having a ridiculous spell right now. His physicality, his composure, his importance to this team. Of course, a lot's been made of his ability getting forward and so on. And look, he's added physicality to this midfield, absolutely. I can't wait to see how good he'll be in 3-4 years' time when he starts to put his foot on the ball and dominate games with that experience. I think Nico O'Reilly could be a special footballer, truly. I think right now he's a very good footballer already. But he's not special. He's not a special player yet. He's a very good player, very consistent, very reliable. If anything, I would say special ability right now is his consistency. But he's not a world-class player yet. And that's not a dig, obviously. He's 20 years old. But he's not got the ability that Rodri is to control the game, for example. That comes with experience and time. I expect he'll be able to get there. And I can't wait to see what the final form of Nico O'Reilly looks like. More composure, more goals. He's going to be 15 goals a season. Minimum 10 every season. Because he has a sense of goal. He's 6'5", he can head, he can shoot, he can score spectacular goals. I'd be disappointed if he's not getting 10, 15 goals a season. And I think eventually become more of a controller, and that's very exciting to see, because I think he's got so much potential, as well as the obvious physicality already. Bit sloppy here already, a few sloppy passes from everyone involved. Gay brought down there, and City's stopping. Come on, man. Gaping hole at the back there. He's fouled Gay. That has to be a foul. That was a massive opportunity. Got lucky there, though. I mean, that would have been a blatant foul. I mean, surely would have brought that back, by the way. Let off the hook a bit there. It was a blatant foul, which utterly, like, it took a whole player out of the game, which messed up our shape entirely. Oh, come on, guys, get a grip. I mean, the only thing you do say is Kusno would have got back. I mean, this is getting easy, lads. Getting through us time and time again. I mean, you would have thought they would have brought that back. Leeds are always good at home. I mean, it's an incredible place to go, Elland Road. It's physical, it's aggressive, it's intimidating. Leeds get an extra, I don't know what, I can't give you a number, but they get a lot. You know, I was going to say an extra 20% based on nothing, you know. It's just a gut instinct. But it feels like it's almost like they're twice as confident. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? I love old stadiums, man. Like I was chatting to a Leeds fan as well and talking about the stadium. Are they getting a new stadium? They're upgrading it. Either way, the changes, man, they just take so much out of it. I understand the need for a bigger stadium and all this kind of stuff for teams, but it's is this a night match, Brooks? We haven't, or they haven't. By the way, as I was saying before the video, like, I'm thinking about changing my name because System's comment is a great example. A lot of people don't understand the pun. Like, the pun, S-Y, System, well, I can't even pronounce it, mate, System. The pun is an English saying, if you, in esteemed company with a C, company as in, like, people, means you're surrounded by greatness, if that makes sense. And as a pun, I changed it to a K, but the pun's not obvious to most people, so it's sort of confusing. That's why I'm thinking about changing it. And people just think it's my name, you know, like, I think that's why I get confused by it. I think that's what a stronger name with City in the title. That's why it's an old pun. But yeah. Getting forward well, Leeds here. Oh. I wonder if we're going to get Kusanov at half time again. Yeah, I was chatting in the last video about Kusanov's. I understand Guardiola. You don't just bin off a Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz has got too much learned experience, too much quality, and he's valuable to the mental fortitude of this side, absolutely. But, and I could be wrong here, but my gut tells me, based on observations, based on the way football's going, the Premier League is not the same as it was. Semenyo just ballooned a shot over through and goal. I think he was offside. Yeah, he was offside. But you got to pass that to Marmouche there, my friend. He was well offside, I think. Yeah, he's offside. But what I was saying then, but the Premier League in 2026 is not the same as the Premier League in 2020 or 2023. It's changed, and I feel personally that Ruben Diaz's strengths don't fully align with where the Premier League is right now. Everything's so much more physical and aggressive and quick. And it's quicker for us because we don't have that insane control that we used to. And I'm not sure it'll get back to that same standard because I don't think the league allows it. So it's more transitional. And I think it's faster. And even though Diaz can play in a high line, I don't think he can play in a high line where games are like ping pong, if that makes sense. Back and forth, back and forth. All is to say is, I think, as great as Diaz is, I wonder if Kusanov just suits this team these days better. I think Kuznov is a much better 2026 defender than Ruben Diaz. And I didn't say he's a better defender, I said he's a better 2026 defender in the Premier League, potentially. And I think you can't just bin a Ruben Diaz, you have to ease it in. But I think little things like last week where we saw Kuznov coming at half-time is it's a line in the sand moment, in my opinion. That is a moment that signifies exactly what Guardiola's thinking. Actually, Mr. Kuznov might be more suited to the Premier League right now than Ruben Diaz. Look, you have to be smart about people like things like this. You can't just randomly you can't randomly just bin off a Ruben Diaz. You can't. But you can test the waters, and I think that's what he's doing right now. Don't be surprised by the start of next season if Kuznov's ahead of Ruben Diaz. Might take a little bit longer than that, but honestly, is anyone be surprised? Good for you, Phil. And I'm not going to say your name out loud, mate, because it's a cracking old pun. But yeah. Thanks for wrong side of the facts. I'm not sure if I believe you because you're wrong side of the facts. But either way, I'll carry on saying how I say it because there's too many pronunciations that I'm corrected on all the time, and I do not have the energy to change. Sorry. But I'll try my best. Kusanov. Is it Kusanov? I mean, that's quite hard. Yeah, we'll try. But I mean, everyone gets it. We all get everyone's names wrong from different countries. I think it is what it is. Like, people from Uzbekistan will get English names wrong, and people from England will get Uzbekistani names wrong, as long as there's no malice, as long as it's just innocent. It doesn't really matter, does it? That's how I feel about it. We all have different ways of saying things. That's the beauty of the world. I think that's the beauty of it. Everyone gets upset about pronunciations, absolutely. But I think largely it's a beautiful thing. It means we're all different, essentially, if that makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I like the fact that I can look at another language and I've got a clue what's going on. And that's how it should be, weirdly. Not should be, but it's a good thing that we all have such a varied way of talking. That's what I meant. Because language is beautiful. Anyway, 10 minutes in, not been a great start. Leeds more aggressive. Hopefully we've sort of weathered that early storm. It's been a bit chaotic. How's everyone's week been? Let me know an interesting fact of your week. My prediction is I think City will win this. I'm going to go for 3-1. Ain't Nori on the left. Smart footballer, very smart. Not perfect, but I like Nori. I think he's been a really good addition to the squad. I think Nori won't become ridiculously better quickly, but I think he's the kind of guy, if he starts from this Manchester City side, a year and a half from now, we just one day go, God, he's got really good, hasn't he? He doesn't make mistakes, contributing assists. I think he'll just I don't think he'll go like that in terms of his development. Vroom. I think he'll just get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. I think he's already a good player. And he's not I think he'll just get better slowly over time until 2 years from now we're all like, he's just a really fucking good fullback, isn't he? Doesn't make mistakes, keeps the ball, helps, get us helps us in all areas of the pitch. No, that'll go down well at Leeds. Oh, imagine booing that. They had a drink. It lasted a minute. Doing that. They had a drink, lasted a minute, man. It's just mental. I don't. Who can replace Bernardo Silva? No one can replace his mentality. Elliot Anderson is the man who can replace him on the pitch. Elliot Anderson is a fucking genius footballer. I love him. Get him a City. Go on, Shirky. You need a big game from Shirky today. I want a big game from Shirky. I feel like he's contributing still, but I think that the special level that Shirky reached a few months ago is not quite there as it was. He's still been good, don't get me wrong. But I feel like he's due a big game where he really takes over it, if that makes sense. Doesn't have to, but I feel like he's due it. Oh, come on, get over it. Nothing wrong with that, lads. Great defending for Nunes. Come on. It doesn't surprise me, Miss Mdrazad. Ampadu with a long throw coming. So I feel like this is yeah, absolutely potential bonus, Kindlesman. I don't what's Peter Banks done, Mr. Mdrazad. I don't remember refs very well. I just know they're all useless. So I like they all blend into one for me. What's Banks done? Get out of the way, ref. Oh, Lewin could have scored then, man. He's shot from a really tight angle. He's gone past Donnarumma. I mean, I think the only way, I think it's on target, he probably saves it, but gets him behind there. He's turned gay. I mean, to what it's worth, if that's on target, Donnarumma saves it. Yeah. Poor start. Good header, Nunes. I think I do wonder about Diaz, man. If we are. Oh, long effort. It was James Justin. Right into Donnarumma's hands. Harrison dancing with the ball past Nunes. It's getting scruffy. You just had a drink, Mark. That was it, mate. Like they had a drink. It lasted a minute. There's literally injuries or throw-ins or corners. It does take longer than that. I don't think it's a big deal, mate. Like I think they did nothing wrong. You know, there's nothing wrong with fasting. You know, it's not my religion. I'm not a religious person, but it's they stopped for a minute to have a drink. I just don't understand why you're bothered by that. I truly don't. Like I think it's just not even a bad thing. It doesn't affect anyone. It's a minute. It's not even that. I just don't get. I don't get the issue. I'm genuinely not a religious person. In fact, I don't really like religion. I'm very anti-religion as an agnostic sort of atheist. But I don't mind people having a drink. Like, if people want to be religious, they can do. And in the Premier League, what'd be nice and go, by the way, it's you can have a quick drink because you're fasting. Sure. It makes so little difference to my life. It's 1 minute. In the grand scheme of things, I just don't think it's a big deal. I think picking our battles here, man. Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't matter. It was over so quickly. I'd understand if it went on for 5 minutes, but it didn't. Like, I'd literally seen... It's like literally so quick. I mean, if I was them, I wouldn't even bother to put it on the screen. I just wouldn't have been bothered to put it on the screen because it was over so quickly, no one would be paying attention. I would have, like, the referee should just walked over to the assistant as if he was doing something for 30 seconds. No one would have questioned it, and then the all would have cracked on. Genuinely, like, well, actually, no. Bloody hell, man! Harrison gets to that cross. There ain't Nori. Flappy here from Nori. He's got to be better than that, mate. Nori, like, his cross is just poor. His clearance is poor. This is crap. Not good, Joel. Not good at all. Hopefully this is second half into the first half instead, and after that we switch on. We can't get past the high press at all. This rubbish has to be like, look, get yeah. So Donnarumma goes long. Semenyo doesn't win it, and he comes straight back at us again aggressively. So I'm watching an attempt to build up now. Diaz on the ball. Gay. So Bernardo's showing for it. Gay goes back, face through the middle to Shirky. You can't keep the ball. We can't keep the ball immediately. The first attempt to go past the centre backs. We can't keep it. It goes to Shirky, who gives it away. The technical levels dip massively. We have some really good players, obviously, but the game intelligence and passing level, it doesn't even remotely compare to old standards, you know? Like, yeah. Oh, I'm just I'm gonna leave it, mate, because it's just I could go on for all these days, but it's very complicated. Emdrazad. I mean, I think a lot of people just hate City because of the money. If I'm being honest, not necessarily. Yeah, it's complicated, mate. I'm gonna leave it for now, though. Well, yeah, probably does, Joel. I mean, that's the thing, Joel. I think Kusanov to me is a starter now. We're getting battered here. We're getting battered. Like, we can't keep the ball at all. We can't do anything. But, like, the thing is, Leeds are winning every second ball, and they are outfighting us. Shirky passed the fucking ball, mate. Not complicated. Where are the goals, mate? Where are the chances? Newsflex. Never mind the goals. Oh, wow. We've had a few passes and we got up the pitch here. So we're actually working up the pitch a little bit. Rodri goes out wide to Nori. Nice touch. He goes back to Gay. So Gay ahead of him's got O'Reilly. So Marmoush and Semenyo are playing essentially as two strikers. That's two forwards. Nunez is playing essentially as a wing back with the two wingers sort of tucking in. Yeah, good chance for Nunez to cross there. Didn't quite get much on it. Well, there's slightly better few minutes here. Out wide to Nunez again from Rodri. Just whips across in to no one. So this is better few minutes. So, Nori's done well to get past his man there. Just win a corner? No, goal kick. It went nowhere. I mean, Doku is utterly necessary. As much as like Nunes and Nori are good players, they are not. I wouldn't say they're not exciting wing backs, you know, in terms of consistent output. Like they're not devastating wing backs, if that makes sense. So the whip's entirely coming from them. I mean, they both can be, you know. Nori and Nunes both can contribute going forward, but they're not like reliable that way, if that makes sense. Jazzer FC indeed. It's funny, by the way, so I was doing lots of content with other fans of other teams. When I said Doku is one of the best wingers in the league, they laughed at me. They honestly don't see it. They have no idea how good Doku is. It's funny, isn't it? You know when you're you know more about your own team. Like, they don't realise he's our most important attacker. You know, Haaland arguably, but other than that, they have no idea, people. Bit better here. It's slowed down a little bit. We're actually building it. So Shirky's trying to show for it too. Get forward now, Shirky. Got it over the pitch quite nicely there. Waiting for a gap. Picks a run on the right. Oof, Bernardo's got walloped. Oh, he got walloped there. Yeah, he does. I mean, Bernardo doesn't go down often, does he? So if he's down, he hurts. It's simple as that, really. It was obviously a foul. Like, obviously a foul. Great ball to Marmouche. And nothing comes of it. Blocked pass. Emre Drazad, mate. Really? Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Emre Drazad. Come on. I just said I didn't really want to get too much into the City stuff, and you're asking me about that. Like, come on, mate. It's all ugly. It's ugly. I know. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the Iran US war right now, mate. I mean, I know you're doing nothing wrong. You're just asking, but there's no chance of getting to that, mate, right now. Ooh, that's a distraction and a half. That's what I enjoy the football right now. This second to do. Good football from City. Oh, Nunes cross. To no one. But Nori's recycled on the other side. Better though. Better few minutes. I don't know what's changed, but something's changed. Bernardo, yeah. Shaky puts it out wide to Nori. Nice football. Oh, unlucky. Better anyway. Better few minutes. Oh, decent corner. Shirky's drifting central. Keeps the ball though. Yeah, they had to nip it in, but they kept the ball. This is better. A turn, Bernardo, turn. Riley's getting forward every chance he can do. There's a notable energy to get forward and support the attack. That's obviously that direction. No, we've turned the screw a little bit here. Like, it's been poor, but the last 5 minutes, okay, I'm happy with this, where it's going. Keep this up, City. Rodri's starting to control the game. Shirky's not got his magic boots on yet. Hopefully he starts to find a little bit of space to create. Shirky's looking for angles. Lots of intricate footwork here from City. Not really making any real headway, but I don't mind them getting a feel for the ball. I think City are at the best when they get a few passes together. You know, when they start to feel the ball, so to speak. Nice from Shirky to Nunes. Got a lot of space there. Go on. Go on, Diaz. Diaz tried to drive past people there. Oh, Odin, mate. I'm so sorry, mate. That's awful. I mean, I don't even know what to say other than I'm so sorry to you and your partner. Is there any signs of that? I don't even know what to say, mate. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, mate. Hope you're okay, Odin. Well, I hope your missus is okay too. Well, you know, as well as she can be. Hopefully, some good news on her dad soon. I feel crass to talk about football. After that, mate. I obviously have to, so I apologise for feeling flippant. I don't mean to be. You know, I don't. The game's the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game's definitely changed now. City are making frequent incursions into their space. I'm so sorry, Odin, mate. I'm so sorry. Oh, to her and obviously to her dad and her family as well. Semenyo's doing really well there. Arison for goal. Donnarumma has just saved us again. He's offside. I don't think it really matters, does it? I'm just sad, you know what I mean? It happened. I don't think the lad, come on. Oh, O'Reilly! O'Reilly, a header from yards out. You've got to score that, mate. 6'5" header from Nunes, dinks it in. Oh, that is a sitter, to be honest, for O'Reilly. That is for O'Reilly. That is an incredibly high quality chance. That's a massive chance. That's a massive chance. That should be 1-0. Like for him, that's perfect. He's right in the centre. He's basically unchallenged. The pace is easy. He's sat up. Like that's a big chance. There's a good cross from Nunes as well. Shirky's done well to win a free kick there. I mean, he was right at the keeper sweep. It is a foul, Bogle, so don't moan. It was a good save, but I think it was he gave him an easy save by keeper standards there. Come on, City. They know he's done really well. Oh, Riley's a danger in the area, mate. That presence he's got, he controls the ball there, and he nearly falls through to Bernardo Silva. I mean, look at that turn from O'Reilly. Oh! Marmouche even. Better, though. City have been much more composed. Joska's going to walk back to left back? Probably. I think Guardiola will put him at left back. Absolutely. I think he's back to be a left back after this. I think he'll prefer him over Nori. I think Semenyo wants to be on the left, to be honest, mate. I think they all want to win it, mate. I don't think there's a lack of hunger, but I think it's more of an ability thing, to be honest. Mentality, learned experience, and so on. Adapting to new systems and standards. I think they all were desperate to win it. I mean, every footballer is desperate to win it, really, unless they're fat on success, which I don't think most of them are. Oh, just tiredness, Drazad. I think sometimes you want a break, mate, don't you? He wants to be managing at 90 years old. Football's draining. Go on, Shaky. Much better. I don't know what happened in the first 40 minutes, essentially. Full 30 minutes, if I'm being honest. I mean, I would guess it was around 30 minutes that things changed. Yeah, there it is. You can see there. Go on, Nori. As you can see there, the momentum shifted big time. It's been all City since then. Aggressively City since then. I just don't think he wants to, Drazad. I mean, it'd be great, but he just doesn't want to, I don't think. I don't think he wants to be managing at 70. I think he said it before, he doesn't want to be managing at 70. What is he now? How old's Pep? Like 50 or something? I think he wants to be done by 55, personally, football. Maybe international management, where I think as he gets older, Pep realises how much he enjoys the finer things in life, you know? Like just holidays and being people and relaxing and playing golf and, you know, taking his time and enjoying the culture, so to speak. Yeah, Leeds are definitely tired a bit. And City have also found the rhythm a bit. Get up, mate. It's just an injury, apparently. Scrubby. He'll be back over the weekend. Just a knock. You scrubber. Said with affection. Nice ball from Shirky to Nori. Boom! Back in the net. 1-0. Yes! Semenyo! Oh, beautiful. That comes from Shirky. Beautiful. Beautiful pass. Massive. Massive. That comes from Shirky. Marvellous pass. Great 8 Nori run. Great cross too. Brilliant. Just a brilliant goal. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Great cross from Nori, man. Brilliant stuff. Come on! You know what? We've been deserving that. I'm going to put it out there. We've been getting there. That was coming. That was absolutely coming. That's what it's all about, lads. Well, is he Semenyo playing guitar for? I love it. That was coming, and I'm buzzing about that. I think we deserve it. I'm going to put it out there. I'm very happy about that, lads. Very, very happy with that. 1-0 at half-time. There is the big moment just before half-time there. A goal on the cusp of it. As the game was getting on, that's a massive goal. An absolutely huge goal. That sort of like cemented, essentially, the forward momentum that City were generating. We were the better side for the last 15 minutes of that half. The most composed side of the match, if that makes sense. They were much better than us. They deserved something for the start of that. But the way the game was going, City were finding their rhythm. They were starting to get forward, and it was only a matter of time before we had a big chance on that. We aren't. We produce big chances, not lots of chances. Sometimes we do, but mainly we produce the chance, and that's what we've got there. And we're 1-0 up, and I'm very, very happy about that. The momentum has been really good. Yeah, I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Great stuff. Great end to a cautious half, but I'm happy. But let me know your halftime thoughts. I'm just going to do a quick tweet to share the video, as always, I always do. But that's a massive, massive moment for us, and I'm very happy for it. Very happy about it. It is great from Shirky. This is what you want. It's De Bruyne-esque kind of stuff. De Bruyne would be quiet in a game like this sometimes, and De Bruyne would step up and he'd put it in the back of the net. Not the back of the net. He'd play a pass like that. Like the pass before the assist is the most important there. Like Shirky took out the entire defence. It's a great run from Nouri. That Algerian excellence there. And then, of course, across the back post, or the centre of the post, actually, for Semenyo, whose movement, as always, is brilliant, you know? And Semenyo doesn't let you down that front. He scored several goals at Man City now already. And we need that, man. We absolutely do need that. Super chat from Odin. Big love to my mate Odin. Just with the explosions. Boom, indeed, my friend. Beautiful stuff, and beautiful football from City. I mean, to me, that is what this Manchester City side want to be. Smart, composed in the build-up, then the killer pass from a player of real quality. That's what we've always been like. City at the best is... That was no different to De Bruyne, to Sane, to Sterling or Aguero. That's what happens. You know, we're not. These players aren't that level. You know, hopefully they can be, but they're not. But that's the same principles. You know, use the ball nicely, wait for the smart run, then make the smart pass, make the quality pass, and someone better be at the end of it when they get a chance to put the cross in. And that's what we did there, and that's what has ultimately given City the lead in this game. And I'm happy about it. Thank you so much, Odin. Yeah, it's KDBS, that. It really is. I thought we started pretty poorly. There's no denying that. I mean, as you can see the momentum of the game there, essentially that's territorial, I guess. Leeds were all over us for a while, as you can see. But something did change around the half an hour mark. I would love to know, and I'm sure we'll get a deeper chance to think to notice it. But whatever it was, maybe Leeds pressed didn't work. Maybe City found a bit of confidence. Maybe Guardiola switched something up a little bit. But whatever it was, around half an hour, City started to find the rhythm. Before that, City were smothered. That first half was a disaster for a good 30 minutes. Leeds were aggressive. The main issue, I don't even mind sometimes. Well, I do mind. The issue is that we can't keep the ball and break the press. We're nowhere near as technically competent as we used to be. City of old with Peak, Laporte and Stones and whatever, and Cancelo, and then Gundogan and Rodri and De Bruyne and David Silva, whoever. All these players have immense Grealish, Mahrez, Foden at his best. All these players have immense technical ability. We beat the press time and time again because they're better. We're not anywhere near that level technically now. Some great players, absolutely, but our ability to beat the press is not there. I sort of don't mind if that's the case, if they're trying the best, if they're winning the duels, if they're winning the second balls, but we're not. Leeds are winning every ball in midfield. They were more physical, they were more assertive, they were winning all that, and that was our issue. The issue was that every time we tried to play it, they muscled us off the ball and they were up in our faces, and when it went long, they won the ball. We just weren't winning any loose balls at all, and that was a real issue for Manchester City. It really was. However, something changed. Rodri started to get on the ball a little bit more. Shirky started to get to float down towards that left channel, towards that right channel, link up with people. A couple of tentative crosses started to come in. Not really much happened. We had a couple of decent moments. We got the biggest chance. As much as Leeds have good chances, that O'Reilly chance was big as anything they had. Calvert-Lewin went in behind, but then O'Reilly, that header was massive, and massive header for a massive man. And to be honest, he should have scored that. Headers are hard statistically. They are very little chance of going in usage from header, but this was for a 6'5" guy who's good in the air, completely unchallenged, perfectly head height. The ball was floated, not too fast. All you have to do was put his head on it and direct it a little bit, but he directed it straight at the keeper. But after that, though, City did carry on. A poor half an hour, but we got to grips with it. And after that, City started to find a little bit of rhythm. Nouri was he had a couple of slightly ropey defensive moments, but he did start to impact the game. We were getting an awful lot of joy down that left hand side, and Nouri eventually with the assist there. I'll be honest with you, there's a sort of elephant in the room situation here with Diaz and Kusanov. I think Diaz is a brilliant defender. I do wonder, and I don't know the answer, and this could be reactionary, but I do wonder, and I think Guardiola's starting to feel the same. We can't keep the ball that we used to. We can't be composed, and the game's chaotic and it's pinball and it's open, and the higher line is more runners. Kusanov's... Well, is Kusanov better suited to it? I think we're heading that way. I think this is it. I think we might be at the beginning of the long end for Diaz here. And look, I'm not writing Diaz off. I think Ruben Diaz, look, my son shares his name, crying out loud. I love Ruben Diaz. But Guardiola's starting right now. But as I said, I think by the start of next season, I think the pecking order might switch. And I said the last game, Kusanov coming on at half-time, tactically for Diaz, despite it being a nervy game and so on, Newcastle was a line in the sand moment for me, where Guardiola was saying, he's more suited, by the way, right now. He might be more suited. Ruben, I love you, mate. You're one of my leaders. I won't give up on you quickly. Kusanov, this guy Kusanov, he's going up the pecking order, and he's a real issue. And I do think it. I do think it. Honestly, we are moving towards that. I think we're moving towards Diaz stepping up, down, not being the ultimate number one, because I think the pace that Kusanov has is a cheat code. No, I didn't say he's not good, Brian. I didn't say he's not good, mate. It's not right, not reactionary. I didn't say he wasn't good. I said, but is he as suited to this system as Kusanov? And what I mean by that is City are more chaotic. If the ball's pinging back and forth, you've got a lot more runners in behind. Who do you want, Diaz or Kusanov? I'm just saying. Well, we've always had a high line, but right now the game's more chaotic because we're not winning the ball in midfield. But the high line is being used more, if that makes sense. There's a high line there, but when the last 15 minutes when we're camped in their half, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. He's not having to run as much, so we can read it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying slowly. I think the tide will be changed, and I think it's not because Diaz has done anything wrong. I think it's just because football's changed. That's what I've started to feel. I think football's changed. I think football's getting faster. I don't think Diaz is getting slower, but I think football's getting faster. And I think Kusanov is just. I think he's the future. It's a little bit the future's now, old man. It's a bit of that, isn't it? But anyway, that's not a main issue, Semenyo, and I think Semenyo and Marmoush need to be involved more. I think he is Karabamasabibi. I think he's about to. And I think that's fine, mate. That's the point. Diaz is 29 soon. Is he 29 soon? Never made that up. I think Ruben Diaz is 29 soon. It's not old for a centre back because they got ages. Oh, he's 29 at the end of the season. Look, he's not old, but it ain't young either, is it? And I do wonder, football's changed so much, and just Kusanov, he's a cheat code. We'll see. But anyway, I do want more from Semenyo and Marmoush. Semenyo, of course, got his goal there, but we weren't holding the ball up too nicely. I know Marmoush buzzing about, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see Doku in that second half. He might signal. Look, to be honest, it might be that Doku still plays inside a little bit, where Marmoush does. With like Aït-Nouri overlapping, we saw an awful lot of ability between Doku and Aït-Nouri in the Club World Cup. We've seen very little of them since because of injuries and so on, and fitness and just tactics. I think we're going to start seeing more of Aït-Nouri and Doku again, because there was some very promising signs there. Tactically, we have changed since then. But I think this sort of Marmoush and Semenyo drifting inside thing will actually maybe suit Doku, who is a much better physical match for the standards of the Premier League these days than Marmoush is, and I like Marmoush. But yeah, second half, I want to see more. I want to see more of what we just saw for the last 15 minutes. That goal was really nicely timed. I think it was a massive hammer blow for Leeds. I hope the best case scenario is that Leeds gave all they've got in that first half an hour, then ultimately their fitness dipped, City found the rhythm, and that timing just before half time when Leeds, and I guarantee you, they would have been saying get to half time. It's a cliche, but it's true. They lost control of the game. City were pressing, get control of the game again at half time. And then see what happens. That's where we're at. And I think, sorry, I got distracted by then. But yeah, get control of the game and see, and hopefully redo it and reset and so on. But City have just gone and scored a goal anyway, which will kick them in the teeth, which sort of puts their plans to shame a little bit. Anyway, Semenyo again, crucial, another goal. He scores, doesn't he, Semenyo? I don't think Semenyo is a perfect footballer, but I think he has that sense of goal, which is absolutely reliable. Semenyo, how many has he got this season? 8 direct goal contributions already for City. He joined last month. That's ridiculous. I mean, he scores goals and gets an assist, and he's physical, and he's versatile. He's fucking useful, man. Semenyo is fucking useful. I'm going to tweet that right now. Semenyo is very fucking useful and very, very fucking effective. Hashtag analysis. There we go. I mean, that's it. That's the best way I can put it. He's a goal scorer and he's competent, isn't he? What's his stats this season? So this season he's got 13 goals in the Premier League. I need to see some Semenyo stats a bit clearer than that because they aren't clear at all here right now. So for City, he's got more than 3 goals in the league, surely. So he's got 13 goals. Is he 14 now? Was that before the start of the game he had 13? I feel like it was. So for City, he's on fire. Yeah, I mean, he's been a really, 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 really smart addition to this Manchester City side, hasn't he? Undeniably. Like, we can't complain about his contributions. I mean, that hasn't included the goal yet. So he's on 14 in the league now, 16 nil competitions for the season. I think he scores another 5 or 6 this season as well. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. I think he scores another 5 or 6 easily this season. So that'll be over 10 goals since January for City, which he'll get. Yeah, he will do. He'll get there. Really good player, Semenyo. Very useful. Second half, just see more of the same, really. More of that last 15 minutes where we started to compose things. Because it's ours now. It's ours for the taking if you want it. And this game is a very difficult game. Yeah, I believe it's possible too, Sweet. We have been average this season, but you got to bear in mind that, look where City we're at. We're not going to win the quadruple, don't worry, or the treble. I don't think so. But look where we were at. When Guardiola binned off Cancelo, when he was dropping all the senior players to put Rico Lewis in the team, and he changed the system, we were sort of shambolic a bit, weren't we? In the 22-23 season up until Christmas. Then things started to click and stuff. And I'm not saying we're going to click in that same way, but the point I'm making is that Guardiola, the reason Guardiola sides, and I've said this 1,000 times, I'm going to say it again, the reason Guardiola sides get better from January onwards is Guardiola is a relentless tactician, a relentless thinker, and he analyzes his team and he tries so many different things, and he usually 9 times out of 10 or 9 seasons out of 10 or whatever, and he did it last season. City were the best team in the league from January the 31st after the new signings were bedded in to the end of the season. They had the best points record in the league. I know Liverpool dropped off, but it's a fact. City started to win games again. Guardiola comes up with a solution because he works out what works and he changes what doesn't. He gives all these ideas, and I think we're seeing it again. And now the squad is back again as well. We've got the depth there again, and we've got the quality and players getting back to fitness and so on, and new players starting to adapt to it. Like, why not expect Manchester City to go on to start winning games? I think we are. I think we're going to be better than the first half of the season personally, because I think that's what Guardiola sides do. Because Guardiola, he finds his rhythm. They're a slow burner, Manchester City. Any Guardiola side's a slow burner because the football he tries to play is complicated. But Guardiola ultimately is a winner. And the reason his teams get better is because he looks at it, he works it out, and he comes up with something. Like, the players get the message, and that message is usually fucking good and accurate. And so I have confidence for the second half season, absolutely. As it currently stands, why is it not really showing the points? Why does it do that sometimes? Let's have a look. Where's the table? Where's the table, man? Can you just show us the points, lads? Why does it do this weird thing? There we go. For 59 points currently. Obviously 2 points behind as it currently stands. Arsenal play tomorrow against Chelsea. Is it away? I think it was away, I want to say. It's a big game, man. If we win today and Arsenal drop points tomorrow, game in hand, and the points would have us level or ahead of them if we won it. I don't think I'd be shadow banned blue lightsaber. Mate, at least, just unsubscribe and subscribe again is my advice. As a genuine rule of thumb, by the way, general rule of thumb, I would recommend everyone to sometimes unsubscribe and subscribe again and hit the notification bell. I think it refreshes their interest in the channel, if that makes sense. But I don't think so, mate. It might be, have you blocked notifications on your phone by accident, mate? You might have just accidentally muted notifications. The amount of times we do that on our phone. Anyway, second half's about to be underway. Diaz still on. No idea, blue lightsaber. Well, I don't go past that, do I, MH? I rarely do. Right, second half's underway. Oh, it's a nice run, like I said, great. I think I want more from him on the ball, though. His movement, great and stuff, but I want him to occupy. He's nowhere near Alvarez, Marmoush. Alvarez is one of the best forwards in the world. I think Alvarez is a brilliant player. The signing I fear more than any potential signing in football would have been Alvarez to Arsenal. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Alvarez to Arsenal would have won the league this season. I think they win the league with Alvarez. Does anyone disagree on that? I think he is a ridiculous player, aggressive, ugly, and an immense amount of quality. Miles better than their forwards. Alvarez scored 29 goals last season for Atletico, by the way. This season he's having a poor season, but they're playing him as a 10. But he scored 29 goals last season for Atletico. Alvarez is brilliant. He's brilliant. Alvarez is way more effective than Marmoush. He's a much better player. Marmoush is like a 7 out of 10 player. He sometimes plays like an 8 out of 10. I think Alvarez is literally a 9 out of 10 player. He can be. He's an 8.5 stroke 9. Can sometimes be a 9.5, 10. I really, really, really rate Alvarez. I think he's just a winner. I think he's just a winner. I think you don't achieve what he's done without having that much talent. I'd love the league this year. Absolutely, mate. I want the league. I want the league this year too. Obviously, I want the Champions League, but but this season the league would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be really nice. Come on, City. Bit of early Leeds pressure here. Bit. Oh, I mean, Already got lucky there. He didn't use the ball particularly well. Lovely footwork from Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri's footwork is special. Aït-Nouri's technical bit is so good. That footwork then is just ridiculous. Oh, get back here, lads. Aït-Nouri will have some games on the bench, Taylor, and some days he won't. I think he's a very good addition to our squad. We've got to remember, Aït-Nouri came in to start, of course. Oh, God, I can't losing miles of space. Brilliant, Nunes. Using miles of space, though. Oh, he didn't read it very well, Nunes, but he did brilliant there. But yeah, don't forget, Aït-Nouri signed for like 30 million or something like that. He's not come as like this superstar, like I'm going to start every single game. He's come. He's come as obviously to be a first team member, but he won't play every single game, and that's fine, man. He'll be really useful. And he'll get better over time. But like, if he's not a 70 million players come in to start every single game, so 30 million, a guy who rotates every now and then, plays half the games, is great. There's a lot of football that. Rodri wrestling there. I am very willing to go through an ugly, irritating spell where the Premier League have to be aggressive on holding. Like, there'll be probably a lot of yellow cards and a lot of penalties and stuff like that. But I am willing for them to go through that if it means we cut out the nonsense that is wrestling matches. Common sense there. Bernardo went to stop the game because of those two balls on the pitch, but the ref said, just play on, man. Even though I think he'd handballed it, to be honest, but they respected that he was just trying to get the ball. I like how they just common sense there. He's like, no, there's no point calling up for it. They got confused because there's two balls on the pitch. It's obviously that really lightsaber, but I mean, it's not even it's just been that for it's been that way. That's the way football's gone. I mean, I don't love the physical side of the game, but it is what it is. We have to remember just how much this team has changed and shifted. It absolutely has. Oh, here we go. Go on, Nunes. Oh, Mamouche nearly got ahead of the defender. Oh, he did, to be honest, just couldn't get a good connection on it. Bernardo found a bit of space, and Nunes was wide open on the channel. Picks out a good pass, cuts the cross back. Mamouche gets ahead of the defender, but he can't really whip it round. Can't whip it back towards the far post. They will, G-Man, you're right. G-Man. G-Man Bogtauchi. I can't pronounce that, mate. Sorry. I mean, so far it hasn't been like, Leeds come out and battered in the second half. It's been... I don't know. I like it, Taylor. It's mainly just them all fouling each other. He's miles offside there, Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, there you go. They pulled it back. I don't mind the shoulder challenges. It's all the holding of each other. There's no joy in that for me at all. They are just literally grabbing each other, pushing each other back and forth. Like, I don't see any joy in that personally. I find it just a bit. It's just it's ugly. It's a bit too American football to me. Like before they do a play. Maybe that's why you like it. I don't know. Taylor's an American name, definitely. Not many people call Taylor in England. Yeah, that was definitely Leeds. Semenyo could not keep the ball on the pitch. So let's look at the bench. Let's see what we've got. We're 10 minutes in the second half. City on the bench have options. So you want a bit of defensive stability. You've got Stones and Ake Kusanov there. You got Reinders and Nico can come on field and Phil Foden. But you've also got Savinho and Doku. Doku would be an obvious contributor to this Manchester City side. Don't be surprised to see him. I think I wouldn't mind against it. I think Doku coming on would be great. I think they'll try and not use him. Go on, Shirky. Sorry for the yawning. I'm shattered. Not bored of you, just shattered. Second half is so far not as erratic as the first half was. You know, they've had a few shots, Leeds, but Leeds player lying down as if he's just massively hurt himself. Maybe he has. They are losing, to be fair, with Shirky. It's a bit silly from Shirky. I don't think he meant to hurt him. I mean, he's a little. I mean, you got to be careful there, Shirky, because a salesman on that injury could have, someone who's better at the dark arts could have got him in trouble there. Played Diaz. Really strong defending from Ruben. Nice little ball out wide as well from Rodri to Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri's so composed. He's so composed, Aït-Nouri, isn't he? It's not that they don't like to sweet, it's just they can't, mate. Sweet Kwame, it's honestly it's an ability thing. Like, these players are good, but they are nowhere near. The technical standards are so much lower than previously. Semenyo and Marmoush, they don't have the... Previously it was Mahrez and Grealish or whatever. They're not as smart. Previously it was Gundogan and it's Reinders. He's not as smart. Bernardo Silva is not as physical as he used to be, we don't have the entire team collectively, and we're near to say, well, if Edison was a big part of it as well. We're getting better. Oh, good battling, Marmoush. But we're not overall. We're just not as capable. I think it's as simple as that. I think we'd love to keep the ball. Semenyo nearly in behind, but it was a bit too much for him to do there. It was the right pass to well, yeah. Semenyo. By the way, so that foul he gave there. Like, they are told to foul. It is a thing. Footballers are told to foul. If you're a winger, take the man down in the corner. Stop a counter. That's literally I was speaking to a coach, a Manchester City coach recently. Yeah, they're told to foul. Absolutely. Well, it is entirely that blue lightsaber. Oh, it wasn't even the fact that we can't pass it. It's more the fact that there's no one else like Edison. So get the best shot stopper instead. Like, we're not going to be able to play the same way. I mean, look, there's obviously good keepers, but Donnarumma, he has an absurd level. I think Donnarumma was obviously brought in just as much for the mentality as well. It's very obvious now in hindsight that they just wanted someone with the presence of Donnarumma. Donnarumma's not the reason the build-up's fully failing either. The amount of times the ball from the centre-backs doesn't go anywhere, and then when it goes to midfield, they can't keep it. We need to be better at that. Like, PSG managed to keep all the ball last season when the year before when they won the Champions League, and they had no issue with that. With him in goal there. Felix, Lucas Demetra coming on even. Ex-City lad. Spoke to you before. Know him. Very talented goal scorer. His best. A bottle of Georgie Kincladdy wine, Aspie. Is it alright? I think red wine is something you grow into, isn't it? I was definitely like a white and rosé kid. Then you get older, you realise maturing is realising that the best wine is red wine. Right? Is that an agreement we're all in here? Maturity is realising red wine is definitely the best wine. Red, red, red wine. I don't know what I'm singing there. Red something? I don't know what I'm singing. Some song. Ref cam is a reminder that they are literally just people. They look human. They look. Diaz bursting forward here. Ooh, Mamouche. Diaz again. And Diaz's shot ends up as a decent chance for Mamouche. He was offside by the way, Mamouche. Actually, in the end, Marmouche he couldn't quite reach it, to be fair. I see he should have done better, but he was stretching, wasn't he? If anything, the pass was a little bit behind, wasn't it? So I'll allow him it. Oh, I mean, I'll show you the shot, yeah. Ah, it's a shame he went down there, Shirky. He's given nothing for that. But it was a De Bruyne-esque pass. Leeds fans cheering, Shirky falling over. Forgetting that he's the reason this game is actually 1-0. It was his moment of magic that led to... obviously, I can't deny the impact of 8-0 Semenyo on that, but the main moment of brilliance was Mr. Ryan Shirky, which I would say the instigator for the 1-0 lead currently. So far, the second half collapse hasn't come in. It could do, but there hasn't been a second half shift. It's just been carrying on, if that makes sense. It doesn't mean they won't have their moments, but it doesn't feel like... the game has shifted, if that makes sense. It feels more like a continuation of the first half. So there's been no notable change, which is a step in the right direction. We haven't been good, but we've had some chances. Not big ones, but I wouldn't say we've had chances. But we definitely did a little bit better than recent weeks in the second half anyway. So far, Abhishek. Sorry, mate. Just a fact. Not saying it'll carry on that way, but so far. Shirky on the ball a lot. I like it. He's dictating play nicely. Doing his David Silva thing. Anyone been paying attention to the loans, by the way? I am really, really, really invested in Macassar in particular. I know Mafuni's doing brilliantly at Watford too. But what I've seen from Macassar so far, I am incredibly excited by. The kid's ridiculous. Now, the Macassar that we saw at Man City, a little bit hesitant, not really getting on the ball much. Oh, O'Reilly looking pain there. Be all right, O'Reilly. But Macassar at Leicester, he's just clicked. And he's become... Ooh, that looks bad for O'Reilly. Hope he's okay. But yeah, Macassar, he's clicked and he's the fulcrum of the team. You got people like Harry Winks, the experienced players. They're getting the ball to Macassar every single time, and he's creating so many chances. He's getting goals as well and assists. He's getting numbers, but he just looks so composed. Like creativity, honestly, mental saying this, but it reminds me of De Bruyne. He's looking De Bruyne. Savino coming on, by the way, so that'll go down well on the internet. Yeah, he is. I agree. Like he's dominating games. It's ridiculous. Obviously not perfect. There's still things to improve, but it looks like the physicality stuff is clicking. And I forgot a feeling he could be special. This kid, like genuinely special. I can imagine a young 18-year-old De Bruyne looked pretty similar. I think he did. I can imagine he did. Really exciting. No, Nico looks like he's struggling, doesn't he? Get him off, man. Get the other Nico on. Oh, no. Yeah. He just looks, he looks hobbly, doesn't he? Shirky pulling the strings. Lovely ball to Nunez. Oh, ain't no over shot from his right foot. Did look a decent strike that from Nori with his right foot. Let's have a look. No, miles away to be fair. It wasn't. He hit it sweetly, but badly. Mamamouche off for Savinho. So Savinho back. Let's see what you got for a Savinho. Shirky's having a really good game, by the way. So Savinho is playing. Is he going to be more of a traditional left winger here? I think he trusts Semenyo's stronger understanding of the defensive side of things for the Premier League. Yeah, O'Reilly's done. I'm not happy about this. That's concerning, mate. Yeah, it doesn't look good, that does it, O'Reilly? The type of impact on that one. Reinders? Not sure about Reinders personally. Hopefully nothing too serious, but he looked injured. It looked muscular. He is on the bench, City slacker. I guess Pep's not on him right now. I am Taylor personally, but hopefully it comes around. So yeah, Shirky said ankle to Bernardo, but to me, You think that is an upgrade, Blue Light say, but I think Kovacic is a big upgrade on Reinders, personally. Kovacic is a much better footballer. He scores goals, Reinders, but as an all-round footballer, I think Kovacic is much better. I'm going to politely disagree there, mate. I think Kovacic is way smarter in winning duels. I think he keeps the ball better. Obviously, he's nowhere near as good going forwards, but as an 8, way more useful. I think Kovacic is a much better Premier League player than Reinders. Reinders is just not busy enough for me. I mean, to be in the Premier League these days, you got to be busy, man. You got to be everywhere. You got to be involved in things. And Reinders, I don't see him until he scores. He's got time left. I agree with City Slacker, mate. He's got a long time left. But right now, he's at risk of sort of disappearing a bit. Oh, Shirky picked out Semenyo then. He cut inside. Lovely football from Shirky. Shirky's controlling this entire game. As I said at the start of this video, I wanted to see him control the game today, and he has done. He's been... Oh! Gay, the header, keeper. Shirky's been so good, man. Gay did really well there. It's a big save. We've been much better in the second half, by the way. It's been much better than recent weeks. Yeah, this has been a playmaker's performance today from Shirky. It's been a masterclass in dictating the rhythm and... He's been fantastic. I mean, I'm going to look at the stats of Shirky, but I feel like he's been involved in anything good that we've done. It's funny, isn't it? Because that'll show 6.7 there as a rating, and kids will put that on the internet. But ultimately, what I've seen is a man who's had so many touches. He's created freaky passes there, you know. He hasn't got an assist, but we don't score that goal without him. 94% pass accuracy. Obviously, so many of them are creative passes as well. Dictating the play all over the pitch, everywhere. I mean, look at his average position here. Shirky's there, right in the centre. That is a proper number 10, that, isn't it? He's been really good, man. He's been excellent. Anyway, City, come on, see the second half out. We are seeing it out so far. Yeah, I mean, the header was great, you're right. Just a bit too, unfortunately, not enough power on it. Nothing he can do, unfortunately, Blue Light Saber, mate. Occasionally, they're going to get him. I wanted to see, like, going away at Elland Road, by the way, Shirky and dictating the game is a massive step up for him, in my opinion. Does anyone else feel the same? I think it is. I think it's a huge step up. Nonto. Good play, Nonto, at one point, wasn't he? Willie Nonto. On for Leeds. He was a bit of a wonder kid. He hasn't massively kicked on, but he's got talent. Dan James coming on. Big header from Semenyo there. Rodri's definitely getting back to himself, City slacker. I think there's still another level to go, big time. But he's feeling his way. Lovely ball to Semenyo there. He's feeling his way back into it. You've got to keep the ball better than that, though, there, Semenyo. Unfortunately, mate, your touch has got knocked down like that. Thankfully, Nonto's pass is even worse than Semenyo's touch there. Played Reinders. Done really well there, Reinders. Slowed it down. Won the free kick. Got the Gundogan arse out there, went down. I'll take it. Oh, lovely from Rodri. Taking Nori. Loads of space for the Algerian fullback. And he's twisting and he's turning. Oh, Bernardo's, yeah, he whipped it back to Bernardo, who crossed, didn't quite beat the first man, but Reinder was poised to turn that into the goal. Nice turn from Gay. And then he wins his own, the rebound as it comes back to him. I think Justin's injured himself, kicking Gay. I would bring on Kusanov, you know, with Nonto and Dan James, their pace. It's away at Elland Road. That's massive shake, isn't it? Been that way for a long time to Abhishek, mate, but yeah, I agree. Marginal gains, in it. KPIs. We've all got them these days. Oh, Jesus, that long throw then, man. What did I miss there, Taylor? Did something I have missed? So as much as we've been really good in this second half, the fragility of that lead, Shirky Got to clear it there, mate, not lose the ball. The fragility of the lead is being shown right now. We are currently defending backs against the wall. And there's 10 minutes left. I didn't see that, Taylor. Great, I must have looked away. Grim. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about either City slacker. That second goal will just need it. And hopefully there's something on the counter. But Savinho's not really had a touch, has he? Has Timmy had any touches? About 2, I reckon. It feels like that, doesn't it? It's not really happened for Savinho since he came on. He's had no touches. 0 touches so far, I think. He's been on for 23 minutes? 30 or 13 minutes? Come on, City. Oh, trying to a bit too much on that there, Shirky, mate. Rather you keep the ball then. Don't look for the wonder pass. Gay's done fantastic there. Brilliant from Gay. Just too good for Dan James there. Miles better than him. Good defending, Diaz. Diaz isn't happy about that, and rightfully so. He's furious. There we go. The usual corner stuff's kicking off. I don't think Gay would, Abhishek, but I think Donnarumma's got a big chance. Bernardo on the floor. Donnarumma's getting his yellow card. Gay wouldn't have been here for long enough, Abhishek, to get it, but I think Donnarumma would be in for a chance. I think Nico would be Young Player of the Year, by the way. I think Nico's got it wrapped up already anyway, for what it's worth. I love Donnarumma, by the way. I've really grown to like him massively. I think he's incredibly useful to this Manchester City side. I know, it's funny, isn't it? Because Silva is an absolute... He's a yappy little dog. He fucking is. And like he never wins these challenges. He's always just biting heels. But he's bloody annoying, and he sets the standards. And I love him for it. Oh, Diaz, rebound. He's aura mogging, isn't he? Something about I don't know what kids mean when they talk about mogging or something. But fuck off. They want a penalty for Calvert-Lewin trying over a kick stood on Diaz, basically. It's a little bit, by the way, some of these stats, what I remind everyone, some of these stats here that Leeds have got for shots, two of those chances, what I remember, were offside. But because the referee didn't call them as offside, they go down as chances. So that's the thing about these. I always remind everyone that some of these chances that they've got just weren't chances. Oof, they want a handball against Nunes there. He'd never give that in a million years. It was never a handball. He wasn't even bloody looking, man. Ake coming on. Not much has happened, to be honest, Ted. Not much at all, mate. Shirky off for Ake on. I'd have brought Kusanov too as well. Guess they want to on the left hand side of the defence. Left footer. They'll probably go to 5 at the back, 5-3-2. I would have gone that as well. He'll just go to the left hand side, Ake, won't he? It's good fun, isn't it, Brooks? It's very good fun, mate. It's not real football, I would argue, but it's good fun. Glad you enjoyed it, mate. It's football, but you know what I mean? It's like going to the theatre. Oh, God, they've just had a header just wide. Fucking hell. By the way, Savino has been on. It's been on for 20 minutes, and he's not had a single touch. I mean, I don't think he has yet. Have I ever missed anything? We've got as many touches as Savino. And I've sat about a few hundred miles away. No, well, not 300, but 100 miles away probably. I mean, I would have gone for Nico G and Foden, but I don't know if Pep's seen anything in Nico G at the moment. '89. I didn't realise that. I thought there was another 10 minutes left. Diaz has been good today, by the way. First half, maybe not. So second half, he's been excellent. Don't foul him. Long throw coming in. I mean, I don't know, Aspie. I'm not even blaming Savino for it, really. I mean, maybe it's just the wrong... I mean, he needs to get involved somehow, but... There's a good chance Savino's on the pitch for half an hour and doesn't have a touch, which would be mental. He's pressing. It's not. I'm not blaming him for it, really. I mean, I think there's other players that probably use, show a little bit better, maybe. But it's a wasted sub if a guy's not having a single touch on the ball, you know? The point of him is to alleviate some pressure with his dribbling, but he's not had a single fucking touch. So I don't know what's going on there. Like, that's a failing collectively there, individually and collectively. He hasn't touched it, no, Citizen. He hasn't had a single touch yet. I don't think he's not even trying. I think it's just not, yeah. It's just mad. I mean, I'd be sure I could take it, mate. I bloody love it as well. I love it. Diaz has been really good today, actually. Much better since that first half an hour. I'll take that foul, Savinho. He's got a yellow card before his first touch. Brilliant. Stop the cross, hey Nori. I'm nervous here now, lads. Oh, that's a good cross. Good defending. Played, Rodri. Got his arse in front of that really nicely there. Really smart stuff there. He knew he'd come flying into him here, look. So Rodri just thought, you know what? I'll stand. There we go. Perfect. Just intelligent, isn't it? Just knows if I stop here, the eagerness for them to score with a couple of minutes left, they're going to foul me. It's exactly what happened. We win this, by the way. Huge win. It's Ballon d'Or experience. It's just experience as well, isn't it? Like, you've been around to the top level. This is what people like Gundogan, that always did. That's what we mean. We talk about keeping the ball and stuff. It's just intelligence, experience. We've got a young side these days, in many ways. Literally a young side, and also in terms of top flight experience, Roger's been there, done it, and seen the whole lot, mate. It costs a lot of that. Shaky man of the match. Rightfully. Been the best player. If we get there, I'll be sure. Absolutely, if we do it. I'd like a second half goal at some point that wasn't at Anfield, which sounds mad to say, but. Just do your job, lads. Follow the runs. Played Savinho. He's got his touch. He's won the challenge nicely. Did really well. Well done, Savinho. Get to that, Savinho. Oh, I didn't, unfortunately. Did well there, though. Come on, City. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do it, surely. Surely that'll do it. Come on, man. Have we got full time yet? Are you going to blow it? Chats, let me know we've won. There we go, lads. Oh, lovely stuff. A massive win, that. An absolutely huge win. It's a battle. It wasn't pretty, but it was composed. And I'm very, 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 very happy about that. Absolutely. That's the way to put it. Over to Arsenal. Away at Leeds, man. That is a banana skin, but a Semenyo goal has put us 2 points behind Arsenal yet again as they get Chelsea tomorrow. That's a massive win. I'm really buzzing about that. Absolutely huge. They worked hard. They defended you as a unit. They were collective. It wasn't perfect, but they were together. A battling win. You know, it's a cliche, but these games are hard. They're really hard, and I'm buzzing about that. Guys, I'm going to get ready to go to the match reaction, but thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed the watch along with you all. That's a massive win. I'm buzzing about that. You're all legends. Thank you so much, and I'll see you hopefully very quickly, not long at all. Who's got sent off? Leeds manager got red card. Fuck. The referee went fuck off. Anyway, bye-bye. See you in a bit.